Hi everyone, Jeb here with Earth and Turf. Today we're going to look at replacing the belt on a top dresser. This is our model 410 SP. So we've got a new belt right here. This one did come with a new pin on the inside, which you can see right in the inside there in the lacing. That can be helpful when you get a new belt. That way you can thread it easier. You can revive an old pin, but it is a lot of work. First thing you're going to do is bring the lacing to the back. So right here you can see the lacing for the belt. That's what these clips are called. We're going to bring that to the back so that way it's easy to work on. Otherwise this lacing is going to be somewhere up in there and it's hard to access. I'll get a pair of vice grips and stretch this pin. Once you've got your rod end straightened out to where you need it to be, this one took a couple of moves both this direction and then upward. You can actually take some lubricant. This is a dry lubricant like a graphite style, and hit right in there. Now usually you would not want to lubricate your belt. However, this is an old one that we're taking off and we're lubricating the pin so it comes out easier. Once you've got this straight, before I pull the pin, there's one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to use a 15/16 wrench, loosen the lock nut and the belt. Once you've got this side loose, you can come around to the other one and run the same process. With the belt loose from the bearings, that'll relieve some of the tension and pressure that you have here. You can go on here with your vice grips. This side is still bent, but the other side is the one that we straightened, and pull it out. A little bit of wiggling back and forth will help. There you go. Once you've come out, the jaws should come apart like so, opening things up so that you can actually pull the belts out that end of the top dresser. Now we've got the lacing apart on the back of the belt. Make sure that there's nothing actually weighing down in the hopper. I'm going to take this wrench out and put it to the side. You can come in front, get a hold of the belt. Watch your fingers because there's a shield that you're working around. I can pull right here, but obviously my finger is in the way, so I'm actually going to pull a little bit from the bottom and work it so that I can actually get a nice hand on there, make sure I don't hurt myself, and pull the belt until it's out. Now the old belt you can set aside. With your new belt, you can take the rope off that tied it together, throw this aside, and unroll your belt. I'm using the hopper as kind of a workstation, which isn't working so well because it fits exactly inside. Once you unroll it, you want to make sure that your crescents are heading in that direction. You don't want them in the inverse direction. You want them to be faced this way, and because I'm going to feed this jaw and the other jaw the same direction that it's in, I'm unfolding it the exact way that I want it to go in. So I'm going to go down in front of the spreader, unroll it, before you actually slip it in, make sure that you take your rod out. I'm going to put that one there for reference because you obviously need it out of the way while you're going in. Be careful with your hands, and you're going to feed this up on top of the roller but underneath the box. So I'm going to let it grab into the roller. Thankfully the brush is going to hold it in position. Then I'm going to come into the hopper with the vice grips and actually pull it through in the right position. From the inside you can see right here, this is the belt. You want to feed it under the lip of the stainless box. So I'm going to come in here with vice grips and pull it gently. I'm not going to vice grip onto the stainless because I don't want to bend that. Now here is where it gets a little bit tricky. Got to feed it and make sure that I slip underneath like so, and the same on this side. I'll come in, grab a hold, and pull forward, making sure that I'm still in line on both sides. Once you can't pull anymore with your vice grips, I can come back around to this side and feed it by hand so that my jaw comes through on the open side and I can work with it again. Now for the bottom half of the belt. Then come in and feed it over the frame and under the roller. Making sure that you're not catching on anything. Now, I might be hitting the box. Just make sure that it guides nice and even. And just feed it to the back. One thing that you have to look out for is to make sure the belt isn't curling up and catching onto the frame reinforcement. Once you're feeding the belt through, you got to make sure that it doesn't catch on your frame like so. I'm actually going to pop that down, and it helps if you have a friend on the other side. That way you can feed it to the rear roller, like so. From here, you're going to loosen, which you can do by hand, the bolts. That way you can push the bearing all the way to the back. Once you have the bolt backed out, you're going to have to take the nut out as well. I'm going to let this on the tire and pull this bearing or tap it backwards. Once you've got your jaws lined up, you can take the rod that we had earlier, your new rod, not the old one, and run it through. You just want to line these jaws up and go through one at a time. Should feed relatively easy once you get going. If you can't make that last little bit, light mallet may tap it into position. Nice and snug. Come around to the other side. The bend on this side, you want to form in the same direction as the other side. So the other side, I noticed before I left, is pointing backwards. This one, I'll go in like so, pinch, and bend it backwards. That way you've got consistency. I can roll it in, and it won't catch on anything while going around. With the belt threaded together like so, with the rod, you can come back through with the pry bar, put a little pressure. Pry bar or even a screwdriver that's large enough will work. Keep this nut back into position. I'll back the bolt out a little bit more. I'm going to work with myself here. Make sure it's not too difficult. Something like that. And tighten the bolt through the nut. Run the bolt itself tighter until you have roughly 1 inch space right here. In which case I'm going to check. We are right on the money. That's where I want to be. So I'll match the other one to 1 inch. You can see that's nice and taut, nice and sturdy in the frame. And then I'm going to run my lock nut tight so that I don't have too much play. If you have a hard time getting that lock nut tight, you could always use your vice grips or another wrench to hold this side. Run the other side to 1 inch as well. Make sure it tracks. Once you got everything tightened down, make sure that it tracks well. Make sure that you've got no excess material or tools left either on the inside of the belt or on the inside of the spreader. Hope that's helpful. Have a good day.